Your first 2 weeks here in the Las Vegas area will either set you up for an amazing life or cost you a lot of money, time, and a whole lot of frustration. Here's how to get it right. If you are moving to Las Vegas or if you have recently moved here, this video is going to be your 2 weeks checklist. Meaning when you first move here in the first 2 weeks, these are the 7 things you're definitely going to want to do. And number 3, make sure you're paying attention to that one. It can cost you thousands if you don't get this one done soon as you get here. So we're going to jump right into these 7 things in regards to the things you want to take care of your first 2 weeks when you're here in the Las Vegas area. Number 1 is going to be getting your car registered. If you don't realize it, Las Vegas is definitely a car city. You want a car. If you've been to the Las Vegas Strip, you can get those folks that come here and they think they can just walk from one hotel to the next hotel, and all of a sudden in this crazy heat that we have, you find out these streets and these blocks are longer than you think. And getting around the valley, you really want to be able to have your vehicle. Our public transportation is getting better. It's not like places like New York or San Francisco or anything like that where we have like BARTs in Oakland and San Francisco or the subway system in New York. We have some metro in the sense of like the bus line and all those different types of things. We do have Ubers and taxis and things like that, but I wouldn't say that public transportation is something that can really get you throughout a lot of the Las Vegas area. Most people are going to definitely have your car, so definitely get your car registered. Now, a tip in regards to getting your car registered is to do it online. Doing it in person can be a nightmare here in Las Vegas. You can find yourself, I should say, waiting there for hours in regards to getting from one section of the DMV over to the next. So definitely go online and register your car that way. A little bit of insights in regards to the car. Your registration here is something you're going to have to do annually. It's not something that you do once and then all of a sudden it lasts for 5 years. We have to do it every single year. That's something that most people don't realize when they first get here. So number 1 is going to get your car registered. Do it online. Do not go down to that DMV. It will be crazy. Unless you make an appointment to go down to the DMV, then it's easier that way. But I think you have to do your appointments online. So that's number 1, get the car registered. An extra little insight in regards to getting your car registered as well, you want to bring some documents with you when you have that appointment. I think it's going to be things like maybe a bill that will be connected to your property. You want to get your insurance, all those things together. You want to get your smog test possibly done on your vehicle. All of those things you want to bring with you when you take your information down to get registered, or when you do it online. Just realize you're going to have to get those things done as well. And number 2, the second thing I really want you to think about is this, especially my people that have bought homes here. When we're purchasing our homes and if we're in an HOA, a homeowners association, you want to make sure you read through that package, what's called your CC&Rs. When you speak to us, when we help you out, you'll understand what all of these things are, your CC&Rs. You want to understand your rules and your regulations of that particular association. You don't want to get here and start finding out the rules and regulations and whether or not that's going to work for you. Of course, when you purchase a home with us, we're going to help you go through that package in the sense of understanding. You will have 5 days once you receive that package when you're purchasing a house to either continue the purchase of the home or step away from the purchase of the home. So again, make sure you get to know your HOA in regards to all the rules and the regulations, what type of vehicles you can possibly park in the area, what type of vehicles you can't park, if you can park on one side of the street, can't park on the other side of the street. All of those different types of things you want to make sure you know with your HOA before you actually move here. I hate to see you move into an association and all of a sudden you're reading through the rules and there's something in there that you're not going to be necessarily excited about or like. So get to know your HOA rule. And number 3, this is the one I talked to you about in the beginning that could cost you thousands. So make sure you're really listening to this one. Make sure you take care of your HVAC, your HVAC, your AC. AC in the middle of July is an emergency. It is not an inconvenience, it's an emergency. When our temperatures reach 110, 115 on the outside, you don't want to have to be calling the HVAC and the AC company trying to get onto the list for them to get out to you. They get extremely busy during the heat, during our July, August timeframe. You want to make sure you do sort of a check after you lived here, of course. You want to make sure you do a check on your AC probably a few months before we get into our summer heat. That is going to be the best thing. So that way you know if there's something that needs to be replaced, there's something that needs to be fixed, or if the whole entire system itself needs to be replaced. You know that before July and August comes around, again, when it becomes an emergency and not just an inconvenience. We don't want you sitting in homes with 115 degree outside. We stay and we're able to deal with all these hot temperatures because we're indoors with AC, we're in our cars with AC, we go into the hotels and events and the shops and everything. Everyone has AC. So make sure you take care of your HVAC and your AC months before you actually need it in that July and that August timeframe. Again, it can save you thousands if you do it that way, and it could cost you thousands if you don't. Number 4 is going to be your utilities. Make sure you take care of this before you actually move into your new property as well. We don't want you sitting in the house with no kind of lights or anything. So you want to get your electricity on, you want to get your gas, you want to get your water, get your internet, all those different types of things that you feel are going to be necessary or useful to you when you move into your house. Get those things taken care of before you actually move in. We do have a system that's going to give you a checklist. It's going to remind you to take care of those things as well before you actually move into the home. But you definitely want to make sure that you are taking care of these things. Living here in Las Vegas, it is important to make sure that we have that gas, we have water, we have all those things that we need in order to make ourselves comfortable, definitely during the heat in those July and then August timeframe, and definitely during the winters, believe it or not, when our temperatures actually drop and you may need a little bit more heat in your home versus on the exterior or the outside, believe it or not. So moving on to number 5. And this one makes some sense, but you've got to make sure you are hydrating more than you think you should. And you want to hydrate before you need to hydrate. Make sure you drink a lot more water than you think you should, especially when you first get here. It can sneak up on a lot of people. We've seen a lot of people get dehydrated. We've seen people, unfortunately, fall out, pass out on the streets, and believe it or not, they actually burn themselves from the sidewalk, from the heat in the sidewalk because they're laying there. So you want to make sure that you're hydrating yourself as much as you possibly can before your body actually needs water. Please do it here. This is the desert. Don't think that you can walk and run around here. I know sometimes when people come here and they party, they have fun. All that's great. More for you folks that are actually moving here, living here in the Las Vegas area. We want to make sure you get to that habit of carrying a lot of water around with you, especially until your body becomes acclimated to the desert, to the heat, all those kind of great things. Drink tons of water. Keep yourself hydrated. It is very important for you when we're living here in the Las Vegas area. And number 6 is this one. I love this one. Make sure you're exploring and you're checking things out beyond the Strip. Of course, when people think of Las Vegas, they think of our beautiful, internationally renowned Las Vegas Strip. It's wonderful 4 miles of entertainment, great restaurants, great shows and everything else, great basketball, great sports. All of that is there on that strip, right there in that 4 miles. But you want to make sure when you start living here, when you become a local like myself, when you become someone that's living here, you move here to Las Vegas, you want to start exploring more things like the downtown Summerlin area. You want to explore the Water District area at Henderson. You want to explore all of these other cool areas that people are really getting to know when you live here. Because believe it or not, most of us that live in Las Vegas or we moved here to Las Vegas, we don't go to the Strip as often as most people think. It's like living in New York City and going down to Times Square every weekend. You probably wouldn't do that. So you're going to really do a lot more exploring, getting to know a lot of your own neighborhoods in that sense. You have beautiful farmers markets on Saturdays in the Summerlin area. You have some great farmers market in the Northwest Las Vegas area on Thursdays. You have great farmers market in the Sky Canyon area in the Northwest. You have outdoors like crazy here. There's tons of hiking, biking, trails, and everything else that you're really going to become accustomed to and loving and enjoying and taking those things in when you actually live here in the Las Vegas area. So it isn't always just going to be the Las Vegas Strip, but it's going to be taking advantage of all of the beautiful, great things that we have here. Red Rock, the internationally renowned mountain climbing that's here in Las Vegas, the biking, Mount Charleston for the skiing. We went to Mount Charleston last week. We drove up there. It was 78 degrees up there. We came driving down into the valley. It turned into 108 degrees by the time we got down here. So definitely explore more than the Las Vegas Strip. You'll really get to know Las Vegas and understand why so many people are moving here to the Las Vegas area. And number 7 is a very important one as well. You want to make sure you start building up all the people that you're going to need, from your doctors to your dentists, getting to know things like where your favorite grocery store is going to be. all of these wonderful things. You want to do a little bit of homework before you move really into the area that you're thinking. So if you're thinking the Summerlin area, if you're thinking Henderson, if you're thinking North Las Vegas, whatever those things may be, you also want to make sure that you get the information. We will have a guide that you can actually check into as well when it comes to moving here to the Las Vegas area. You can download that guide and they can give you some of that information. Now, I think a lot of people, when they move here, they immediately want to start asking me about doctors and all those different types of things. Of course, we can refer you to certain sites where you can do that homework, you can do some checking in and all that kind of great things. Sure, can I give you my own personal doctor and all that kind of great stuff? We would prefer that you actually do your own homework. Of course, you're going to have your own special needs and all those different types of things that you will be looking for when it comes to your professional doctor or your own personal doctor. So make sure you look at those things, your doctor, your dentist, your grocery stores, all of those different types of things. Get to know that a little bit more. Ask friends that may move here, that may already live here in the Las Vegas area, what areas they tend to do a lot of their groceries, where do they get their car service, all those different types of things. Do some of that homework before you get here, because you don't want these things to turn into emergencies and all of a sudden you need to run around and find out who that person is. Believe it or not, your stylist, your hairstylist. I have my own favorite hairstylist, but if you have your own stylist, make sure you want to find someone in that regard, someone who's going to be that person that you sit down and you have that great relationship with. So look into all of those personal people that you know will be important in your lives before you actually complete your move here to the Las Vegas area. So with that being said, I hope this list is just a small list, but it's definitely some of those 7 things I think are very important when my clients have moved here. We have helped hundreds of people like yourself move here to the Las Vegas area. We'd love the opportunity to help you, so definitely make sure you keep this video, share this video with other friends that may be moving here or thinking of moving here to the Las Vegas area. We'd love to make sure we can be of assistance. By the way, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Levert Pompey Benefield. I'm a team leader here with eXp Realty in Las Vegas. And if you are looking to make that move here to Las Vegas, it would be my honor to be able to be that person to be of assistance to you. So make sure you reach out, give us a thumbs up, make sure you share and like this video, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.